Jeez.
Hey all! Welcome to the 5th and golden episode of the Corb's Kitchen.
Boy,
You know, 5 golden rings, right?
it's gonna be a long episode. Okay.
Bella got her hair done for the episode.
Yeah, if you couldn't tell. Huh?
And Abby's on a walk.
Yes.
So she'll be back later.
So we're branching out again. Besides making desserts, we're making something that is not a dessert this time.
Ooh, what could it be? We know when you go to the mall and you walk in the door and you smell that, awesome aroma that just comes wafting through the mall to you. Got any ideas?
Anyone in the audience want to guess what we're making today? What about you over there?
Pizza!
You?
Chinese food?
Lady in the 3rd row with the red shirt.
Popcorn. Well,
No. So far, no.
so far we've got nobody.
No one guessed it?
No.
So I guess no one gets a sample.
Well, so since nobody guessed it, I guess we're gonna have to tell you. So today we are making
Drum roll.
soft pretzels. That's right. You smell them in the mall, you see them in the mall, you want to eat them, but you don't really want to eat them, and we're making them.
Yep. It's always tempting to want to walk up to the two places that are most prevalent in all of the malls. But when you get there, guess what? No gluten-free. So we're here to tell you we're going to give it a whirl.
And knowing us, it's probably going to be better than the ones you can get in the mall anyways. No doubt about that.
Of course it is.
So you read the next line.
Okay. The recipe, once again, is very long and involved. So hopefully I don't mess up along the way, and hopefully this dough, unlike the pizza dough, turns out like it's supposed to.
Well, so I know you guys all love our pretzel puns, but unfortunately there's nothing that really meets our caliber of joke standards for this week. So there will be no puns this week because we need funny, and there is no funny things that rhyme with pretzel or pretzel related.
Right. It's another word like purple or orange. Nothing rhymes with it.
Nurple.
Nurple. Okay, and on that note, here we go. So, like I said, so many ingredients once again to make these wonderful pretzels. As I pull out my script just to make sure I cover everything, what I did was go ahead and put all the dry ingredients in one bowl, the wet ingredients consisting of butter, egg whites, and cider vinegar in another bowl, and then another bowl constituting the water and the milk. And so I've already mixed the dry ingredients together with a whisk. I'm letting the wet ingredients come to room temperature because that's what it requested. And then the water and milk should be about 95 degrees. If it gets too hot, it kills your yeast and it's not going to rise. So you put it in start with a blender, add your wet ingredients to it. You can stir those by hand. And then when it's time to add the milk and the water, best to whip out your mixer, or in my case I'm using kind of a small Cuisinart to try to get it all blended together. So you'll start with that, keep it going, run it about 3 minutes, going to be wet, so it says. We'll see when we get there. And you continue to add flour about a tablespoon at a time until it starts to pull away from the sides. Not too much, but just enough so that you can handle it and it's not a goopy blob. Then you're going to turn the flour or the dough out onto a floured surface, countertop, parchment paper, and start working with it, kneading it to get to the point where you can actually handle it, and then divide it into seven little rounds, separate those out. You're going to take the round, you're going to flatten it out with your hand, and then you're going to roll it out into about a 12-inch snake, skinny snake, and then roll it into a pretzel shape and put it on the cookie sheet. And you'll continue to do that. You get about 7 out of this recipe. You'll lightly grease some saran wrap, cover over the top of your rising pretzels and put them in the oven or a draft-free area for about 40 minutes until they double in size. Goodness. Hi, Erin. When the dough is ready, you're going to preheat your oven to 375, and you're going to warm up, bring to a rolling boil. You have about 6 cups of water, and you have salt and baking soda. You'll have all the proportions in the recipe at the end. You take each one of the pretzels and you cook it in the water about a minute on each side. You remove it with a slotted spoon and put it back on the cookie sheet until you've done all of them. We've got paparazzi taking photos once again. You're going to remove the rolls with strainer, return them to the baking sheet, and then you're going to brush the top of each of the pretzels with butter and sprinkle it with salt. I've got some coarse rock salt. And you'll put them in...
Rock salt.
Rock
salt.
Oh, okay. Great.
Come on, keep up.
Keep up. Sorry. Something's going on behind me. Next thing I'll have rabbit ears.
Boy.
Oh, boy. Then you'll again brush it with butter, sprinkle it with salt, and you'll put it in the oven and bake until the time is up. Yeah. It's staying about 30 minutes. And here we are. Another long involved project. Kind of don't really look like pretzels.
Oh.
But we'll taste them and we will let you know.
Oh.
All I can say is
No.
you need a heck of a lot more flour than what's listed in the recipe, once again. So, shall we?
I'll let you take the first bite. I'm scared.
And our dipping sauce, actually, I think I'll break off a piece. Dip it in our dipping sauce. Not bad.
Oh, you don't need to lie.
I'm not lying. Not bad. Not as yeasty as a regular pretzel, but what do you think, Abby? Okay.
Joke's not gonna work now.
You don't like them? Well, you ate the whole thing.
Well, because I'm hungry.
Really that bad?
It's so mustard that's bad.
Oh, I don't like the mustard. We see somebody from the audience would like to try some. Long arms. And the consensus?
That's really good.
From the audience? Fabulous. Just what we like to hear here at Corb's Kitchen. Dogs like them.
All right.
Well, thank you for joining us for episode 5. Like I said, the golden one, golden pretzels, golden episode. Episode 5. If you like us, subscribe, tune in, tell your friends. The more subscribers, the better.
And send us suggestions for next week.
That will be our Valentine episode.
Yes.
So it'll be something sweet and ooey and gooey, right? For that special Valentine.
Maybe. We'll see.
Ah,
We'll see what we make.
that's it. And as a parting shot, if anybody does any of those funny little things on Facebook, I did the one and I found out Ethan is a Thelma to my Louise. So there you
Jeez.
go. Next time you see us, we'll be driving in a convertible with scarves and big sunglasses.
And bullet holes in our heads.